Stoves are expensive, so you'll want to make sure that you don't end up with one that produces too much heat for your home or ends up costing a lot to run. Keep watching for the key things to consider so you spend your money wisely. Coal and wood are the two main types of fuel you can burn. Coal tends to be more expensive than wood and produces more CO2, so is less environmentally friendly. But your choice may be determined by what you can easily get where you live and whether you will be able to store it. It'll also be affected by whether you live in a smoke-controlled area. If you want to burn wood, then you'll have to use a DEFRA-approved stove. Or you can burn smokeless fuel, such as anthracite coal, on a multi-fuel stove. A wood-burning stove will only burn wood or paper, while a multi-fuel stove can burn coal as well as wood. To burn efficiently, coal needs air from below. Multi-fuel stoves have a grate to help air circulate from below, so are particularly good for coal. Wood, on the other hand, needs to be sat on a bed of ash with air coming from above. So, if you're planning on only burning wood, a log burner would be better. However, some stoves come with removable grates, so you can burn both fuels efficiently. Stove wattage varies between 3 kilowatts and more than 15 kilowatts, and what you get depends on what your home is like, for example how big the room is, or whether it has energy saving measures, such as double glazing. Get a stove with a wattage that's too high and you'll end up opening windows to cool it down. As a rough guide, multiply the height, width and length of the room in metres, then divide this by 14. This will give you a good gauge of what stove size you need, but make sure you speak to an installer too. Stoves are often used to heat just one room, but you can connect them to a boiler so it'll heat your whole home and hot water. If you're not on the gas grid or need a new heating system anyway, this could be a good way to avoid spiralling energy prices. But the initial costs will be high, and you will need to be sure that you'll be able to get fuel regularly. There's a lot of factors that can affect the installation of a stove. For example, your chimney might need relining, or if you don't have one, then you'll need to get one built. The more work that needs to be done, the more it'll cost. We'd recommend speaking to 3 installers and getting quotes. It's important to know early on what can and can't be done and how much it might cost. You'll also need to consider building regulations, as stove installations need to comply. Your installer will be able to advise what that'll mean for your home. Using the most efficient type of fuel will help you save money. For example, kiln-dried logs are the most expensive to buy, but should give you the most heat. If you're using logs, then the cheapest option is to get ones that contain moisture and then dry them out yourself, but you'll need to make sure that you have plenty of room to store them. We've given you the tools to help decide whether a stove is right for you or which type you should get. But for more expert advice and insider tips from stove owners on how to save money and what mistakes you should avoid, log in or sign up for a trial subscription to Which.